Hello, Storytimers! Miss Patty here at the Lincoln Public Library. Here we go again, ready for a fun-filled story time. We're reading a great book today. And if you take a look, maybe you can guess to find out, to see what it's about. It involves some vehicles. If you notice, I've got a dump truck, a bulldozer, and, well, no, I don't think it's a bulldozer. I think it's I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll read our book and find out what type of vehicles we need to do some road construction. That's what's going on here. And then we've also got a cement mixer. So we'll see some of these things in our story and we'll see what they do. They all have a special job, a special driver. Our book is called Road Crew Coming Through. Construction site road crew coming through. And it's written by Sherri Duskey Rinker and A.J. Ford. And we've read some of the other construction site books. And this is just another one in that series. There are quite a few. And I've enjoyed all of them so far. I hope you enjoyed this one too. And I'm reading it today with permission from Chronicle Books. Road crew coming through. Oh look, there are all different types of construction vehicles here. So let's see what they all do. Six mighty friends are on their way to help with something big today. They're off to work on something new. They're all trucks. To join the big road building crew, there's a giant job to do. Look at them all. They look like they're ready. Anxiously waiting to get a big job done. Compactor, scraper, and grader, chair, honk. Roller and striper, get into gear. Winter truck is set to go. And paver's pipes both snort and blow. Huff. Rumbling, revving, shaking ground. All the trucks now gather round. They'll make a route from here to there. With careful planning, thought, and care, the team will build it load by load. A super highway, mega road. Wow. I wonder why there's so much construction equipment here. Excavator, to begin, gets to work by digging in, scooping heavy loads with ease. He lifts out boulders, trash, and trees. Skid steers, doing her part too, and in no time at all, they're through. They clear tons of loads today, and dump truck hauls them all away. Big bulldozer, oh, that's what that is, a bulldozer. Rolls on site, pushing through with all his might, clearing stumps and rocks and rubble, ripping, tearing without trouble. Then sturdy scraper is at hand to move the earth and reshape land. With care and speed she rolls along, cutting, clearing, smooth and strong. With her sharp and rugged blade, the embankment and roadbed are made. That's a big job. Lots of steps involved in doing road work. When the grit begins to fly, water truck is standing by. Her jets squirt water on the ground so dust and dirt won't blow around. She's keeping the air clean today so all the trucks can see their way. That looks like a fun one to drive. Compactor has the job he likes, rolling, squishing with his spikes. His heavy wheels push down hard, smashing, mashing, yard by yard. Now Grater knows just what to do. Her blade will easily cut right through. Ooh, that's a big truck. Her hopper's filled. Now Paver's ready. Look at that. Slowly rolling, strong and steady. Her screed arm lays the asphalt down, a strong new layer on the ground. Spreading blacktop all the way, shall cover this whole road today. There she goes. Starting to look like a road. Roller's 22-ton load goes over every inch of road, back and forth until he's done. He smashes down on every ton, pushing, squishing, and just like that, he makes the surface hard and flat. Look at that. He's rolling it. Now a bridge, an overpass, needs strong concrete so it will last. Cement mixer drives onto the scene, pouring each load smooth and clean. There it is. Look, what else is here? Some birds, and what's this? Looks like a coyote. Coming to visit. Then he starts the curb and gutter. He churns and pours without a sputter, lining both sides of the street with miles and miles of fresh concrete. Crane truck hangs the signs and lights and sets them in all straight and tight. So you need those on a road. He holds them firmly. They won't sway on this very windy day. Ooh, that could make for a tough job if it's really windy. And now, before the work's complete, striper truck will mop the street. That's how you get those yellow lines on there, huh? Interesting. Ribbons sprayed on, clean and bright. Some are yellow, some are white. Solid double and dashed lines show all the traffic where to go. There's just one more thing to do. Let the traffic all drive through. The road is opened up at last, and all the cars go swooshing past. Everyone is on their way, heading home to end their day. The trucks turned back to look and smile. This was awesome every mile. Look at that work they did. Nice job. This great big job was tough but fun. And now they drive off one by one. Proud they have done their best. The trucks roll home to get some rest. As they worked very, very hard. Away they rumble out of sight. Good job, road builders, and good night. Look at that road. Now, I'm going to read to you a little note in the back of this book. Now that our story is done. It says, did you notice the coyote walking along the river under the bridge? Remember that page? I pointed out there was a coyote. There were some birds there too. Let's find it. There he is. Right here. See the coyote? Now, what it says here is, animals need paths for traveling too. More and more road builders are thinking about these travelers and how we can best share our great big world with them. Sometimes this means specially planted bridges across a freeway so that elk can migrate in safety. Sometimes it means special tunnels under a road so that salamanders can find their ponds. And sometimes it just means making sure there's some extra space around waterways. These wildlife crossings can be found around the world, helping to make passages for the many lives around us. Creatures as diverse as mountain goats, Florida panthers, desert tortoises, crabs, penguins, and squirrel gliders all benefit from these crossings, which help everyone to get home safely. So it's good to know that animals are being thought of when the construction is being done, because we come along and we're building in their territory. So it's good that they're being thought about and being accommodated with these pathways. So one more thing I want to go over today is our letter of the week. And it happens to be the letter R for road. The word road begins with the letter R. And there are some other words that begin with the letter R. So I've got my letter box here. What begins with the letter R? I'm going to describe some things and see if you can guess. Let's see. Oh, something we find outside. They're stones, but a little bit larger. We call them rocks. Begin with the letter R. Let me see. Oh, this is something that makes a sound that begins with the letter R. You hear it? That sound is called a rattle. Rattle begins with the letter R. And there's a flower that begins with the letter R. And the color actually begins with the letter R. What color is it? If you said red, you're correct. That begins with the letter R. And also it's a rose, which begins with the letter R. Oh, this is, let's see. Oh, when the weather changes and it gets cloudy, what might happen? We have a shower. What's coming from the sky? It's called rain. That begins with the letter R. Here's an animal that wears a mask out in the wild. It's called a raccoon. It begins with the letter R. Oh, something that goes up in the sky, might fly to the moon. Rocket begins with the letter R. And one more thing I have in my box. It's a piece of jewelry that you wear on your finger. Ring begins with the letter R. And there are a lot more things that begin with R. So your job is to look around and listen for words that begin with R. And if you see or hear one, let somebody know and tell them that's our letter of the week. So that's your job. And I hope you have a good time on that hunt. There are also some other things you might want to do. If you go onto our website, or have an adult go onto our website, and scroll down to the calendar, click on today's date, which is a Wednesday, and where it says Storytime, you can click on the link there. It will bring you to a page that describes our Storytime, and there's a link right on that page that takes you to what we call a choice board. And our choice board for today is all about construction. So everything on the board, which includes some puzzles and games and some crafts and other stories that are read aloud in video and some songs, all in a construction theme. So it's all about construction. So I think you'll enjoy that. You can do a matching puzzle, or you can do some drawing. There's a lot that can keep you occupied. So I think you'll like that, especially if you want to learn a little more about construction vehicles. Alrighty, so until next week, bye-bye now. See you soon.